Do you have a child with ASD or speech delay or neurodevelopmental issues? In our office over the last couple of months, we've seen several ASD cases and several speech delay cases. And what we find, often these children have a misalignment right here. Now you might be asking, how can a young kid have a structural problem in their neck? And what we find is many of these cases have had forceps deliveries, vacuum extractions, the cord was wrapped around their neck, or they had an emergency C-section and they were yanked out of utero quickly. And yes, in some cases, this is to save their life. But these types of procedures often can misalign the upper cervical spine. Now, I don't believe that this is the root cause 100% of all ASD, but we have found that this is a contributing factor, and it helps many of these kids with speech delay. They're stemming, they become more relaxed. Many of them sleep better afterwards. And so what happens is when you have a forceps or any of these difficult deliveries, the head-neck junction is the weakest area in the spine. And a forceps or vacuum extraction delivery has about 100 pounds of force that's applied to this region, and that could structurally misalign that top vertebra off the floor of the skull. And like inside of these structures is a part of the nervous system called the brainstem. It's the autonomic nervous system. It automatically controls everything in the body, including development. And so what we find is when that vertebra is structurally locked out of position and is irritating the cord, it's decreasing the potential of that body. It's able to ability to function properly. And what we find is when we make precise corrections in the upper neck to restore normal biomechanical function of the upper neck, which will then allows the central nervous system not to be irritated and function better, many of these cases either greatly improve, and in some cases they mildly improve. So if you have a child like this, they've had this type of delivery and they're having all these problems and you've been everywhere and nothing has helped, leave a comment in the comment section below. We can find you someone who's specially trained to find out if this upper neck area is in trouble, and more importantly, how to correct it so your child can improve function and health.